Hello folks, Joey Let's Dipping back here in North Carolina. This is my room right now. Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, a lot of stuff going back on at home, and I need a break from fucking Massachusetts, and Britton's mom is kind enough to let me stay here for a little bit, just to get away from it, and be able to hang out with Britton and whatnot. These guys are seriously like a second family to me, and words can't describe how appreciative I am. But I'm having a great time. It's awesome. We've been doing some great stuff. Me and Britton have been playing tons of guitar. He's been playing since January, teaching him a lot of stuff, and he is progressing quite well. I'm very proud of him. And rode a quad, shot my first gun ever, which was pretty cool, I guess. Jumping off roofs, onto trampolines, and shit like that. You know how it goes. Or not. That's not really something safe, but you know, you gotta take risks, you know what I mean? You're not a man unless you take a risk! Trying to lighten the mood because this is gonna be horrendous for me. And, okay, yeah, I do have water, that's good. It's quite nice. I understand I look kind of sweaty and stuff, well, it's been very hot, so I apologize for that. I promise I shower every day. But, we are here to review the first dip I ever had, back in December 2009. And it is the dip that scarred me and is the reason that I can't do straight dips at all. But I kind of got stuck with it and I said, well, fuck it. People ask me to do this and we have it, and why not? Now, why do we have it in the first place? Well, on the 22nd when I flew in, Britton's mom and Britton picked me up from the airport, and then we went to the gas station to get gas. And Britton was like, Mom, can you get me a tin? She's like, yes, but I'm getting the cheapest thing they have. He was like, okay. I was expecting, you know, Grizzly or something like that. She comes out and hands Britton the very dreadful, my most hated dip, my number one hated dip of all time. Longhorn Straight. Fuck! Now you hear some people say, it seems pretty split. Either people hate their first dip forever because it was their first dip, or love their first dip forever because it was their first dip. For me, it's hate, and it's not just for this dip, it's for all straight dips. People ask me, review Copenhagen straight, review this, review that, this, that, and the other thing. But the reason I don't review straight dips is because it's going to come from a completely biased point of view. You're going to go into the video knowing what the outcome's going to be. It's pointless, really. A review is to give people an idea as to your opinion, so that, you know, they can decide, should I try this or not? Well, you know, of course, if you watch a review where someone's like, I can't stand straight dips, but I'm going to review it anyways, it's not going to be helpful. That's why I don't do it. But I got stuck with this, and people ask me so much, and I figured it'd probably be funny, but of course painful for me to do it. So that's why we're making an exception for this one. I haven't had it since I did the full can, which I believe now was over a year ago. This is fucking long time ago now. So either just a lip won't be as bad, or that will make it 10 times worse, because that was pretty scarring. I would say that was worse than the full tub. And if you haven't seen that, I got, because apparently it wasn't available on mobile, I got 5 cans of the tub, half the tub in my mouth, and the full tin of this was way worse. But anyways, enough procrastination, because that's what I've been doing. Plus I just have a lot to talk about. Let's get into it. The presentation. Definitely Longhorn. Hasn't changed too significantly since before the warning labels. It's pretty much the same, besides this. I will give them this. I do like how they do the warning label. I think more dips should do that. It gives them more space for the design. I like that. Other than that, it's a pretty basic and not so special tin. Obviously plastic lid, plastic bottom. Good old Pinkerton. As for the date, well, it's Longhorn. It doesn't really have a date. It just has this code. And You know, I know there's a chart out there somewhere to read all the dip codes. I am far too lazy right now to look at that, but for anyone who might know, the code on it is I285C2332. So if any of you can decode that, leave it in the comments, and if not, I do not blame you. Sorry, I needed a moment. Hear my feet? I hear my feet. Oh man, this is gonna kill me. This is gonna fucking kill me. Let's take a whiff of the scent. Just forewarning, anything in this video is not overreaction. I don't think people understand. Like, there's a lot of foods and drinks that I hate. But like, it's just the idea of a straight dip skews me out. Like the smell, like my body rejects the idea of a straight dip, never mind actually doing it. It's so hard to describe and people just don't get it. And I don't blame them because it's fucking weird. But that's just how I am. So anything in this is not an overreaction. I'm not that kind of person. And let's take a whiff of the scent. Oh man, at least it's dark! Alright, so right off the bat, yeah, it smells like I remember it. Oh god, does it smell like I remember it. This, like, every time I smell it, it just brings me back the first time I cracked my first can and opened it. And this is what I smelled. God damn it. Yeah, that's pretty nasty. And even for a straight dip, it really doesn't smell even like a straight dip. I don't know what it smells like. It just smells like Longhorn straight. Or shithorn, as we call it. That's a picture of me from 2011, right around the time that Joey Let's Dippin' started. So, if 2011 me said it's shithorn, that's right? Didn't know what I was talking about back then, but that's one of the few things I did know. The scent is terrible. I guess it's time. Pack a lip with me. Please tell me you're packing something better, because I'm suffering. I don't want you to suffer with me. Full can. Let's go. Can only imagine the pinchability on this isn't going to be too good. Oh yeah, see that shit just falls apart. That's such a fucking shitty lip right there. And if it falls everywhere, I might gag. I don't know, but cheers. Oh man. God damn it. See, I'm debating. I don't know if drinking water will make this worse or better. I probably should have brought a flavored beverage to help, but would that not be cheating? When it's just sitting there and I'm talking, it's kind of okay. But it's when you go to spit, because then the spit comes forward and touches the tongue, and then that's the problem. But I'm not gonna lie, it's not quite as bad as I remember it. I don't know if it's because I did a full can and in comparison this isn't so bad. But I mean, yeah, it sucks and it's pretty damn bad and it's cringeworthy to me, but I mean, I'm doing okay so far, right? Thing is, I can't describe the taste of a straight. I really don't even know what a straight dip's supposed to taste like. It's just a straight dip. You know, other straights are generally pretty sweet, especially Copenhagen straight. I can't say for Cope straight because I've never had it. The longer I keep this in, the less worse it gets. I don't know if I'm acquiring a taste for straights or not. I don't know if I should pick up a tin of Cope straight, a Grizzly straight, and give it another go, but right now we're focusing on this. It's not sweet like the other straights. I don't know. To me it tastes like they took Longhorn Natural, which, straights aside, is the worst dip in my opinion. It's my worst dip. It seems like they took that and then just took straight flavoring and just kind of tossed it in. It's not sweet. It's just, I don't know what it is. It's so hard to fucking describe. So the straights I've had this, I've had Copenhagen, I've had Grizzly, and Stoker's. What else? I think that might be it. Well, I had Skull Straight pouches once. So I've tried some of them, and none of them good. And I can honestly say this does not taste like any of them. It's so different. The other ones are generally pretty sweet. This, no, I just can't think of a comparison. Sorry that this chair is so loud. Whoa! Cut is very shitty. It's just, I don't even know how to describe this cut. It's just that really cheap cut, you know what I mean? It's not long cut, and it just doesn't really do a good job. And due to that, it doesn't pack well. I mean, even just grabbing a pinch, it was fucking difficult to maintain it. And now that it's in, Usually floaters float backwards. For some reason with this, they tend to float forward, which is weird. So I guess it's not as bad because then I just kind of have to spit it out. I don't have to worry about trying to get it out of the back of here. But still, nonetheless, packability is pretty damn bad. And the texture. I say this with all the cheap dips because it goes for nearly all the cheap dips. It's just this fake waxy texture. It doesn't feel like real tobacco. It just feels fucking fake. I don't know, man. It's just something about them fucking cheap dips. I'd have to say kayak is the worst with it though. Burn, no burn. I mean, generally for me, the cheap dips don't really burn. You have to get, Grizzly or Cope Wintergreen or Stoker's Wintergreen or whatever. But to be fair, since I started packing farther back here, I never get a burn from anything anymore. But if we're going by the typical person who packs a little bit farther up here, I don't think this will give you a burn. Stoker's Wintergreen, Cope Wintergreen, Grizz Green will give you a burn for sure. Things like this, not so much. Nicotine. This stuff's a joke in the nicotine department. Again, cheap dips, man. I hate to generalize all cheap dips and going back to this whole cheap dip argument, but the thing is, with cheap dips, it's kind of universal. They're all just kind of share the same qualities, just in different flavors. Now, I haven't tried all of them, but I have tried a decent enough amount. There's still plenty of dips, cheaper dips that I need to try, including a lot of the Senecas, Huskies, Timberwolves, what have you. No nicotine, and even if it did have nicotine, I wouldn't feel it because I dip, and when I'm not dipping, I'm vaping. So I have a constant nicotine intake, except for when I sleep, shower, eat, or jack off. That's about it. Spit. Oh. Kind of a lightish brown. It's bubbly spit. You know what I'm talking about. When you get a good can of a good dip, it just comes out, it's just pure spit. This is kind of that foamy, bubbly kind of spit, and light brown. And there's not too much of it, so spit's not that great, but for me right now, that's kind of lucky because it's really just when you spit that you taste it the most. So I guess in this situation, it kind of works in my favor. Lastability. Now, this sounds ridiculous, but I've never kept a lip of a straight dip in long enough to determine how long it lasts. But I mean, Cope Straight is very wet, so I'd imagine a decent amount of time. Grizzly Straight's pretty wet. I'd imagine a decent amount of time. Stoker's Straight, we all know that lasts a long amount of time. It's fucking Stoker's. This, I can't really see, because even though it looks dark and moist, you can just tell, even just by the fact of the little amount of spit, that it's just not a long-lasting dip. The cheaper dips usually aren't. Here we go with the cheaper dip argument again. Aftertaste. Oh, God. A bunch of the dip just came out. Hit my tongue. Aftertaste, it's gonna, by and large, be the same. It's just gonna leave that nasty straight aftertaste, which is basically the same thing I'm tasting now, except knocked down a little bit. But the initial taking the lip out is very painful because you have to get in there. And it seems to me that I taste it the most when I go to take it out. Because then you have like little pieces here and you kind of have to use your tongue to get them out, and it's just a bitch. Or you rinse your mouth out and then it goes all over your mouth. That's a bitch too. So aftertaste, not good. Shoutouts. I'm afraid I do not have my list with me. So I apologize to the rotators. You're still on my list back at home. I forgot my list. It seems like every time I go on a trip, I forget one thing. Just one. Always seems that way. But nonetheless, I'm going to try and remember the regulars here. I know I recently revised this. Oh my God, there we go again with the dropping of the 10. The Bluegrass Dipper, Eric Dips, Rocky Top Dipper. Was there another one? If there was another one, I deeply apologize. I'm sleep deprived and not thinking very good right now. Number of subscribers. This is strange. A completely, perfectly rounded number. 37,700 subscribers, right on the dot as I check it right now, as of 10:06 a.m. Thank you all so much. I love you all. Keep dipping and spitting. Keep cracking and packing. And now it is time for the rating. This is the first time in a long time that I've had trouble deciding what to rate it. Because on one hand, it is my self-proclaimed most hated dip. But at the same time, this time, for the first time, I've been able to keep it in this long without gagging or dry heaving or any of that. So I don't know what I think right now. I mean, it sucks and I hate it, and yeah, I can't wait to get it out, and it's disgusting. So instead of giving it a 0, I'm going to be generous here. I'm going to give it a 1. Yeah, I'm going to give it a 1 out of 10. Honestly, that's revolutionary to me. I never thought I would give Longhorn Straight even a 1. Would I dip it again? Would I dip it again? Absolutely not. This is the last lip I will ever take of this stuff. I'm never buying it. Well, I didn't even buy this one. I'm never going to get it, ever. I'm never going to dip it again. Anyways, I don't normally do this, but we have a question in this video I want you to leave in the comments below. For those of you who aren't aware, Copenhagen is having this contest to decide the next vintage lid. You know, they have the vintage Cope LC and snuff lids. Well, they are holding a choose the vintage lid, as they call it, on freshcope.com. And you have the original, Forged Legacy, and Tradition. Personally, I'm torn between Forged Legacy and Original, but I lean a little bit toward the Forged Legacy simply for its simplicity. I like it. So leave in the comments, which one of the 3 do you like the most, or did you vote for? Leave it below. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Like this video if you like this video, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.